The first time I said his name, I barely let the sound leave my mouth, because where I came from, surrender meant weakness, and prayer felt like treason against everything that kept me alive. Rain stopped by the river, but the pressure stayed inside. Hands locked around the steering wheel, nowhere left to hide. Every face I ever influenced kept moving through the glass. Every warning I rejected came returning from the past. I had built my whole identity on never needing help, never showing any weakness, never questioning myself. If the room became uncertain, I controlled it with a stare, but control could not explain why I was suffocating there. I said, Jesus, once in silence. Then I waited for the shame, like the code would rise behind me and accuse me by my name. But no thunder split the darkness, no choir entered through, just the weight of one decision: tell the truth about what I do. The first prayer felt like treason, like I turned against the code, like I laid down all the armor that had carried every load. But the armor had been cut and the throne had been a cage, so I whispered through the breathing, Jesus, meet me in this rage. The first prayer felt like treason, but the darkness called it fear. Maybe anything that breaks its hold will sound disloyal in your ear. I remember one young brother with retaliation in his eyes, same tight jaw, same wounded pride, same hunger for a sign. He was waiting on my answer, waiting for the word to move. Old me would have fed the fire just to show the code was true. Phone glowing on the console, name burning on the screen. One command could start another night nobody could redeem. My hand hovered near the number and the war spoke like a friend. If you let this go unanswered, they will think your power ends. Then another voice came quieter, not demanding, not afraid. What if power is protecting him from choices you once made? The enemy shouted loyalty, truth whispering responsibility. For the first time I knew the difference. The first prayer felt like treason, like I turned against the code, like I laid down all the armor that had carried every load. But the armor had been cut and the throne had been a cage, so I whispered through the breathing, Jesus, meet me in this rage. The first prayer felt like treason, but the darkness called it fear. Maybe anything that breaks its hold will sound disloyal in your ear. I know every excuse, every reason to strike, every story we repeat when we sharpen the knife. Every name on the wall, every debt in the air, every rule that says mercy means nobody cares. But I watched all the rules keep producing the grave. Watch the bow become buried, watch the loyal become slaves. Watch the youngest inherit every battle we fed. Didn't get praise for the road that was killing them dead. So I answered that call with my heart beat loud. Could feel every old voice standing close in the crowd. He said, what is the word? Are we handling this? I closed my eyes once, then I answered him this: go home. Do not circle the block, do not answer the message, do not carry my wars. You think walking away makes you less of a man? I have followed this road, I know where it lands. That was not weakness. That was the first order I ever gave. That did not serve the darkness. No funeral, no sirens, no mother receiving a call. One night interrupted before the cycle took them all. He went silent on the phone like he did not know my voice, because the man who taught reaction had just offered him a choice. I could hear the over cracking, every image losing weight, every title asking whether I would crawl back through the gate. I did not have clean language, did not know religious lines. I only knew I needed help before the rage reclaimed my mind. So I spoke into the vehicle with no witness but the rain. Jesus, I have spread this darkness, do not let me spread it again. I do not know how to follow, I do not know how to change. But if you still see the man beneath it, start somewhere inside this pain. The first prayer felt like treason, like I turned against the code. But the code had kept us marching down the same collapsing road. I did not lose my courage, I redirected where it stood. For the first time, all my influence kept somebody from the blood. The first prayer felt like treason, then the silence answered clear. The darkness calls it betrayal when the captive disappears. I did not become a different man that night, but I made a different decision. One young brother went home, one mother never got the call, and somewhere inside me, the seed went deeper.